Hey guys, it's finally time that we get into the meme coin disaster and address everything that's going on, and we can finally tell our truth about it as we know it, and I finally get to tell my side of the story that I've been holding on to. After reading all the comments and everything people have been saying about it, I thought it would be best if I just sat here and addressed it myself.
So why are you just now wanting to address everything?
It's something you definitely want to address, but I couldn't at the time. Because of all the legal stuff going on, I was in an open investigation, going to see the FBI, and then the SEC reached out. And I think somebody else reached out too, but they ended up not wanting anything after everything else was shut down. I don't know, it was very stressful because I couldn't get my point across, and I had to just sit there and let people call me a scammer, a crook, all sorts of different things.
Was stressful.
It was stressful. Because, I couldn't sit there and defend myself and tell them what happened. I was told not to say nothing.
Yeah. So how'd you even get introduced to, the crypto space?
It was just like any other deal that gets brought to you. The deal got brought to my managers a few times by different people. I don't know, I was very hard to persuade at first because I've never heard anything good about the space, like Bitcoin, crypto. I've never heard anything good about it. And I didn't know enough to really get into it, I don't think. But I finally I finally gave in and just done it. It sounded like it was going to be a great thing.
We were excited for it. There was definitely good moments.
Leading up to it definitely had good spots because, you were promised some money out of it. I was promised money out of it for marketing it, which I think you helped me market it too at one point, did you not?
Yeah, I was the one videoing it and sending all the ads for it.
So, you were both promised money up front for doing that, just like a spokesperson would for a coin. And then we were also promised money for our charity. We'd have had plenty of money for our charity. I don't know, it sounded like a good idea, but it was not.
So did you make anything from the coin at all?
So the only thing I made from it wasn't even from the coin. I got paid a marketing fee. That's all I made. I did not make a dime from the coin itself.
So you got paid for promoting it, or?
Just promoting it and putting all the work into it, like the videos and stuff that I'd do for him to post. That's what I got paid for. But the coin itself, anything that was raised from that coin, I did not make a dime off of it. But at this point, everything I paid for, PR crisis, a new lawyer, stuff like that.
All that money went to that?
Every bit of it went to that. So, I've really come out with nothing.
Damn.
All that trouble for nothing.
Yeah. What would you say to your fans that actually lost money in the coin?
I don't know. I feel like I let them down a lot. It was my face on the coin, so they felt like they could trust me, and I could lead them to something good that's going to be long-term and help them out in the long run.
So how was the deal presented to you?
They presented it to me with, little work, like what I told you earlier. They'll send me sentences of what to say, and I'll just take a selfie video saying it and repeating it. And then I'll send it to the guy that's running it, and he'd post it on Twitter. My whole Twitter was ate up with crypto stuff. He got the community together. I did none of that. I don't know any of those people. When we first started doing it, the guy that ran it, he ended up, texting me. I don't know. It'd be just, short sentences and stuff. I would have to take a video of myself saying so he could post on Twitter, on my account. Keep in mind, I don't even have Twitter downloaded.
Yeah, I remember you making videos, talking about it, and I had no idea
yes,
what the
and you had to video
about.
It for me.
Yeah.
You're like, what does that mean? I was like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But he would do that, and that's really all we done, over the months. He would run my Twitter for me. I can't really say his name legal-wise. Can I say that?
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah. I legally can't say his name or company, but...
So pretty much in all the videos you did, you were just saying what they were telling you to say?
Well, he would text me, and occasionally he would call me, too, and be like, oh, well, you can do it like this. And I'm like, okay. But he would text me, paragraphs with different bullet points, what to read off and what kind of videos he needed, because he ran my Twitter. And, Twitter's just a place where you can literally type something out and post it if you want to. My Twitter was dedicated to crypto.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't have anything to do with me.
And you never even used Twitter before.
I don't even have it downloaded on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use Twitter. The only ones I ever see is on TikTok, and you're scrolling through there and you see some out-of-pocket shit Kanye says. That's the only thing I ever see about Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know how any of that works either.
Do you remember when we went to the Bitcoin conference too?
Yes.
And they told us they were a really tight community? We sat there for how long? It was a few hours.
For hours, yeah. We met a lot of people, but...
I couldn't tell you what any of them
I didn't understand any of it at all.
The only thing I remember about that day, some guy handed me a printout coin. Do you remember that? And you're supposed to scan those.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I got one of those. That's the only thing I could tell you about that whole day. Learning-wise, I feel like I did not learn anything in there. But I also can't pay attention to stuff like that.
That's true.
My brain just
At least you tried.
I tried. I really did, but we done a podcast, too, with somebody at one point.
And they tried explaining us, the whole crypto thing. It still kind of went right over our heads, but...
Well, you can't talk to me about something for longer than, an hour. I'm going to, disassociate, you know? I mean, I can tell you about Pepe.
I feel like people who are in the crypto space still don't fully understand it either.
The guy that was running it, he thought it would be a good idea to, like, get me out and get me to see, like, everything in the community, meet people from the community, and just kind of get, like, a feel of it. But I don't know, I didn't feel like I felt anything when I left. Like, I just still didn't understand it.
See, but going to, like, the events like that also made us, like, kind of more, like, trustworthy towards them.
They were telling us before we got there, and even when we were there, oh, you can take a picture with these people, you can't with those people because they're scammers, they're wanting to use you for clout, they're wanting people to, I guess, see that you're with them in a picture to try to promote their coin, and they'd shoo people away. They were like
I remember that.
Like, they'd let certain people take a picture with me, other people, they're like, no, absolutely not. I don't know, I just feel like I could trust them, like, they had my best interest at heart. But,
Yeah, no,
like,
that's
I don't
such a
trust
hard
nobody.
position to be in, though.
Yeah, it's a smack in the face. Like, I don't know, the guy that ran it, I trusted him a lot because he, you liked him too.
I feel like
He
we
was a
built,
friend
like,
to
a
us.
relationship
He did.
with him, too.
And that was the one person that could call and ask us for anything, and we'd be right on top of it. We wouldn't slack, we'd get it done for him because we didn't dread doing the work for it. He felt like a friend to us.
I remember when we were, the day of the launch, we were shooting a podcast.
Yeah, that's when we done Tana's podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. And then you went on a live stream, and we kind of knew something was up, but we didn't know for sure.
Well, as soon as we got done with the podcast, then I got yanked out and put in that other room where I had to get on that live on Twitter. And then that's when CoffeeZilla got on there, and they're like, mute it. And nobody warned me about this guy at all. Like, nobody at all. They didn't tell me he was like a crypto wizard. That's exactly what he is. He ate me the fuck up. Let me just tell you.
And they were pretty much feeding you everything to say the entire time.
Yeah, even like
so it wasn't actually coming from you.
No, like everything that I was reading off, like I think I said 2 different things the entire time while I was being in that, like, live.
Yeah.
And the last thing was like, all right, I'm going to bed, good night.
No, that's when we called it, because I was like, Haley, something's not right.
Yeah, because
I was like, tell them you're done with the
you.
live stream and, like, you don't want to do it anymore.
That's when we went back to our podcast room, and that's when you said something wasn't right. And then Go-Go was in there, and she's like, yeah, something's weird. But the guy, when he done that earlier that day while we were doing the podcast, he was being weird. He was like walking around,
pacing around, and like
he was walking around everywhere.
Something's not right.
And then I asked, I was like, what's his problem? They're like, oh, it's just stressful, like launching a meme coin. I was like, but should it be this stressful?
Like, everyone was so excited at one point to, like, launch it.
Until, like, the day come, though.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was, like, on edge for some reason. I don't know. I didn't think nothing of it. I had a good day. We just shot a podcast with Tana and then ended up doing all that. That's when we went back to our hotel room, right?
Yeah, but no, it was after the podcast, we got on our phones, and that's when, like, we kept
Haley
seeing
Welch
so
is
many
going to
tweets.
jail.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when we figured out it was actually going to shit.
And that's when I was like, am I going to jail?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That whole day was a shit show.
But then we also had everyone telling us that everything was fine.
That also didn't
Everything
help
was
it.
good, no.
Everybody in, like, what do I call
In,
that?
like, the building that we were in.
Yeah, everybody in the building we were in was basically just sugarcoating it, telling us everything was fine, like nothing bad happened.
But everything on the internet said you were going to jail.
Exactly. Then we went back to our hotel room, and then the next day we woke up, and we were supposed to go do something with... Who were we supposed to do something with? Was it Spotify?
I think it was Spotify.
I think it was.
But we was like, we want to go home just because we were worried, I think.
Yeah, we were nervous coming home, too. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get shot.
We did go to the airport, and there was people yelling at you.
Yeah,
remember that?
I remember there was one guy. He was on to my right. He was like, where's my money at, Haley Welch? I was like, what?
See,
my fucking money.
That seems so hard, though.
Yeah. And I still had no clue. Like, I know more about it now than I did, like, the few days, like, it happened. Like, I couldn't tell you how crypto worked the day that coin launched. I had no idea.
I don't either. But I do know the crypto nerds are scary people.
Yeah, I agree.
We thought we were going to die going to the airport.
What did that one guy tell you? He messaged you. He said he's going to chop me up and feed him to his dog. Or feed me to his dog. Yeah.
No, feed you to your dog.
Oh, yeah.
Just talking about Bucky.
Yeah. And that's when we get to the point after the coin launch. The feds come to Granny's house and knocked on her door, and she called me having a heart attack, said, the FBI is here after you. What have you done? I was like, what? So I got their number and everything, and then I gave it to my lawyer, and then he talked to him a little bit, and they're like, oh, you're not in any trouble. We just want to ask you questions about everything. And then they wanted to see my phone. So I was like, okay, well, that's not a problem. Like, there's nothing on my phone I can hide. So we ended up picking a date to go up there. It was in Nashville, right? But we went to Nashville, and I went in this room full of men, basically, and they interrogated me, asking me questions, and everything else related to crypto. All the people in my phone that I've talked to about crypto, they went through my phone. So they cleared me. I was good to go, and then the SEC picked it up. And then they didn't want to talk with me, but they wanted my phone. So I sent my phone off to them for 2 or 3 days, and I guess they cloned my phone, copied it, something. But they went through my phone. I was cleared from them, and I wasn't named on the lawsuit either.
That would have terrified me.
It was definitely scary, but at the end of the day, it's like something that makes you feel better, though. Because
you didn't have nothing to hide.
Yeah, I don't have anything to hide. I gave them everything on my phone. They went through it. They sent it back, and I was cleared. I wasn't named on the lawsuit. None of that. So, legally, I was not in any trouble because I didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. And I have proof that I didn't do anything.
How'd you feel when they showed up to Granny's door?
Well, it was a little bit of mixed of emotions. And the one guy, when I went and met with him, I was like, are you the one that was at my door and talked to my granny? He was like, yeah. Granny wanted him to handcuff her.
I was about to say, I just know she was flirting.
She called me back afterwards, and she was like, that one was cute. I was like, Granny, stop. I don't know. It was scary. Because that's when I was asking, I was like, am I going to go to jail? And everybody was like, no, you're good. Then you have them people show up at your granny's door when you're not even home. Scared her to death. She was like, oh my God, she's going to prison. But I got cleared from everything. But it was, I don't know, it was a big mess that you have to sit there and take time to go through. And I was advised not to speak about it for a while because of just legal matters. But now I can.
Yeah. Bet it feels good to finally get it out.
It definitely does.
How'd you feel when you were getting death threats?
It wasn't very good. Like, I'm already a skeptic. Like, I can just go out in public now and I'm just, like, weirded out by people being up around me and stuff. So, I mean, of course I was, like, tiptoeing around, making sure people didn't see me and stuff.
And you already went into hiding, like, after going viral.
Yeah. I don't know, it just kind of sucks. There's people out here that hate me for promoting a coin. It's like Paris Hilton. I mean, she's got cooking stuff out, like cooking appliances. Mm-hmm. She didn't sit there and take the time to make them. She's just the face of it. Yeah. Those are hers, you know?
So that's pretty much like you with the crypto coin.
Yeah, I was just a spokesperson for it. I mean, they pay you for being a spokesperson for it, but it's not actually your coin, if that makes sense.
So did anyone actually lose money from the coin?
See, that's the part I asked about, too. So, evidently, there was, like, 1.2 million that got lost, but then they done some research, and it was, like, 180K of people's, like, real money that got lost. Like, the rest of it was just, like, I don't know, scammers, snipers, whatever they call them on there. But real people, like, people that watch the show and stuff like that, it was a lesser amount than what they estimated.
So, what would you say to people who, like your fans, that did actually lose money?
I mean, it makes people want to, like, throw up when you sit there and think about it. Like, most people that have messaged me, they've said, like, oh, you know, we lost all of our money for the month. Like, I put so much money into this, now we don't have money for the month. I don't know, it just makes me feel really bad that they trusted me, and I led them to something that I did not have enough knowledge about. Mm-hmm. Like, I did not have enough knowledge about crypto to be getting involved with it, and I knew that. Mm-hmm. But I got talked into it, and I trusted the wrong people, so that screwed me. I understand it now more than I did when we first started doing it. Mm-hmm. Like, the whole time leading up to this, and then the launch of the coin, I probably did not have any kind of knowledge about crypto until, like, after the fact it blew up in my face. Mm-hmm. But now I understand it enough to, like, know what happened, but not how it happened, if that makes sense.
What'd you do next?
Well, my team advised me to start looking for PR crisis team management. It was a shit show. That's definitely why it took so long. I don't know. I didn't know who to trust at that time.
Yeah, that's such a hard position to be in.
It was very difficult. It's definitely why everything took so long to, like, play out.
Was there anyone like that you felt like you could trust, even?
I'm looking at her.
Well, obviously.
Since you got dragged into this shit, what do you think about it?
I think I was definitely feeling for you the whole time, like putting myself in your shoes, kind of. So, I don't know. Definitely made me more cautious about who we trust.
I agree.
Definitely.
We have been since.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
So, is there, like, anyone... Like, did you tell anyone you were close to?
So the only person that I knew that knows anything, like, about crypto or likes putting their money into stuff like that, he got into XPR, something like that. It's another thing related to crypto at one point in time, but he pulled everything he had in it out. But I made Pookie put some money in on it. He lost $300 and also went around work promoting it. So all the people he worked with were pissed off at him,
Did people from his work also?
Yeah, they also lost money, and they go up to Kelby at work and be like, yeah, your girlfriend's a fucking bitch.
But it's not your fault.
Oh, they didn't know that
Did
at
he
the
stick
time.
up for you, and did he tell people that?
Well, I thought he was going to hit one man and get fired, but I guess he kept it together.
That's good.
It is, but it's not. He got bullied at work because of me. I felt bad.
Well, it wasn't your fault. But, I mean, I thought it was going to go good, too. I was telling people, I was like, you know.
I was excited about it.
All we heard was good things about it.
Well, after it got brought to us. Damn. I wish we knew what I wish we knew now. How do I word? I wish we knew then what we know now.
Yeah.
It has saved us a lot of trouble. I say us, me.
Yeah.
You just happen to get dragged into this
Yeah, I know.
shit.
It's okay. We go through it together.
Word.
So I remember, like, when everything happened, they posted, like, a link to where anyone that lost money can get their money back. What happened with that?
So a class action company reached out to me and asked if we could do something like that up that alley. So I said yes, but that was on my Twitter account, HALIEY WELCH X, but I'm no longer, like, control of that. Berwick Law reached out and they asked me some questions. I answered all of them and sent them back to them, and I was cooperative with them too.
So someone else is running that Twitter account now?
Basically, but they took my name and everything off of it. So I guess it's their account now. They just have all the followers and everything else. They took all the tweets off. Anything about me related. They took everything of me off of it. Now it's just a different account I guess they use for something. Just to have.
At least your name's not tied into it anymore.
No, I made sure my name was took off of it.
That's good. So what did they do? Did they, like, delete the link so no one can get to it, or what?
I mean, I guess so. But it makes sense if they did. I mean, it's not my account anymore to have that link on it. So they're probably going to change the username to it and use it for something else. I'm sure they took it off.
So now you have, like, absolutely nothing to do with the coin at all?
I have nothing to do with that coin. My name should not be on it. Nothing's tied in with me being on that coin.
That's
or
good.
anything to do with it. I will not promote it either.
I don't blame you. Do you think you'll ever do anything else in crypto again?
If someone ever presents me another idea about anything crypto-related, Bitcoin, I'll probably smack them in the face.
As you
Absolutely
should.
not. Or if I even, I don't know, consider the idea, smack the shit out of me. Got it?
Yeah, I got you. If you could go back and talk to yourself before the whole crypto launch or meme coin or anything like that, what would you do differently?
I wouldn't have done this whole coin. What do you mean? I definitely would have listened to Uncle Wiz. He said don't tie your name to just anything.
He did.
He said don't always say yes.
Should have listened to him.
I definitely should have.
Well, now you know. So you tried filming, like, what happened with everything before with FaZe Banks, right?
Yeah, and that definitely took a turn for the worse because he posted a tweet trying to crack me, and I be damned because that's just fucking wrong and nasty. Bonnie Blue can have that shit.
He did crack that too.
Yeah, he did. Nasty ass motherfucker. No, I don't know. I thought he was a nice guy when he left. He was saying, like, our team was great and everything, and, like, I felt like that episode was going to do
he
great.
was, like, genuine when we met him.
Yeah, he felt like a nice guy, did he not?
Yeah.
And then I guess somebody, I don't even know how to mention it, but not from my team, leaked the episode, and it wasn't his team either. It's just a middleman, kind of, is what you could explain that to be. But they leaked the episode before, I guess, he got to approve it, so he got upset about it, and he tweeted whatever the hell he tweeted, nasty ass. But in my defense, I did try to come out a little bit earlier.
So he was pretty much blaming it on you that the episode got leaked, or, like, your team.
Basically, and that wasn't the case. Like, we wanted him to approve it and be okay with it, just like we would if we were on somebody else's podcast, you know? I don't know. I thought he was a nice guy.
I did
Evidently
too.
not.
Sick fuck. Are you angry?
I mean, I am, but it's not just because I was the only one, like, affected by it. Like, my name got tossed in the fire, but you gotta think there's also other people that got affected by it. People's, like, real money that they go to work for every day. They bust their ass to make money, too, and then they just lost it.
And that's, like, the main comments I'll see is, like, people being like, oh, well, this is my kid's college tuition, and I just put all of this into it.
Well, it makes you feel bad, because, like, we were in that spot one point in time, you know? We had to get up and go to work and make what? I don't know about you, but I used to bring home $430 every week. So, I mean, I know how it is.
But still, I still feel like some of those comments are just people trying to
Leeching
join
out.
the hate train.
Yeah, and they want some money.
Yeah.
I get it.
So you're still getting used to, like, being famous and people making articles about you and stuff like that. So what's that like?
It's definitely rough. I mean, you got most people that'll read headlines about you after whoever interviews you twists up your words, and they'll sit there and read that instead of actually listening to what you have to say. Like, I just sat here and told the whole truth about crypto, but you'll have people that'll still read articles about me and be like, oh, she scammed all those people?
Makes you out to be the bad guy.
Oh, yeah. It's just anything for, like, a juicy clip. That's how stuff is now.
So what was it like when you first got famous?
It was definitely fun. We started making a bunch of fun videos. I got to take my best friends on different trips and see different places of the world, like Hawaii, at all places. And we took my first endorsement check that I got in, and we went to PetSmart, and we bought a bunch of supplies that an animal shelter requested, and we went and donated that to them, and then that brought along PAWS across America. And I'm just ready to get back to it.
Yeah, what are 3 words you could describe your journey so far?
Definitely fun, hectic, and I don't know, memorable.
Definitely memorable.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen to everybody.
No. Well, if you're still sitting here watching, thank you. If you left, I understand. I get it. I've addressed everything that I know. I've told you everything I know. So I'm done talking about it, and I just want to get back to having fun and making content with Miss Chelsea Girl.